If you want to know the best movies of all time,
you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1960s.
So long as the Arabs fight tribe against tribe, so long will they be a little people, a silly people.
Number 10. For a Few Dollars More, directed by Sergio Leone. Bringing together old Hollywood's greatest artists in the director's chair and the lead and composing roles, For a Few Dollars More sees another unlikely team-up of once rivals. Two bounty hunters are both in for the money when a ruthless criminal terrorizes a village, and they must unite their powers to overcome their greatest challenge yet.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
Number 9.
You got a Lulu.
Huh? Yeah, better not get too close.
I never catch colds.
Really?
The Apartment is a 1960 romantic comedy film directed by Billy Wilder. C.C. Baxter finds himself invisible among his colleagues at the life insurance company he works at. When he fails to distinguish himself after 4 years, he comes up with a clever plan of using his apartment as a rest house for executives to make himself popular. However, he soon finds himself caught up in a number of problems, one of which is falling in love.
Something happens to men in elevators. Must be the change of altitude. The blood rushes to their head or something. Boy, I could tell you stories that would...
I'd love to hear them. Maybe we could have lunch in the cafeteria sometime. Or some evening after work.
27.
Oh.
Number 8.
Never seen a man killed with a sword before.
Why don't you take a picture?
Wish I had.
Lawrence of Arabia is a 1962 epic historical drama film, directed by David Lean. Lawrence is a young and intelligent British lieutenant serving in World War I. Due to his extensive knowledge about the native Arab tribes, he is sent to Arabia. When he arrives in Arabia, he meets Prince Faisal, and together they brainstorm strategies to take down the Turks. However, despite strict orders, Lawrence embarks on a journey through the brutal desert to attack a Turkish port.
He's a bit old-fashioned. He thinks these things will steal his virtue. He thinks you're a kind of thief.
Start if I take your picture?
Number 7.
There's been some high talk around town to the effect that I shouldn't do much about defending this man.
To Kill a Mockingbird is a legal drama film directed by Robert Mulligan. A textbook example of a message movie done right. To Kill a Mockingbird follows a struggling yet loving family with a widowed father who is a respected lawyer. When he defends a black man against false allegations in court, the entire family is exposed to rumors, prejudice, and hatred, testing their bond harder than ever before.
You're going to hear some ugly talk about this in school. But I want you to promise me one thing. That you won't get into fights over it, no matter what they say to you.
Number 6.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. I don't think he can hear us.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal.
2001, A Space Odyssey is an epic science fiction film directed by Stanley Kubrick, one of the most influential science fiction movies ever. The legendary and iconic 2001 forces viewers to confront the impacts of technology while asking some of the most important philosophical questions out there. As humanity uncovers a mysterious artifact buried beneath the lunar surface, a spacecraft manned by 2 men and the supercomputer HAL 9000 is sent to Jupiter to find answers.
Well, we wouldn't have too many alternatives.
I don't think we'd have any alternatives. There isn't a single aspect of ship operations that's not under his control. If he were proven to be malfunctioning, I wouldn't see how we'd have any choice but disconnection.
Number 5.
3 missiles to every target, and still have a very effective reserve force for any other contingency. 6.
Dr. Strangelove is a black comedy film directed by Stanley Kubrick, keeping all its strengths and not gaining even a tiny weakness till today. This razor-sharp Cold War satire presents the question of questions. What if the wrong person pushed the wrong button at the wrong time? In times of insanity and egoism, things go to hell when a mad general leads bombers to the wrong front door.
Is that the Russian ambassador you're talking about?
Yes, it is, General.
Am I to understand the Russian ambassador is to be admitted entrance to the war room?
That is correct. He is here on my orders.
Number 4. Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. As one of the most discussed movies of all time, as well as often called one of the best, Psycho is the ultimate horror movie for all those who want to see the great classics. When a woman is on the run with a pile of money, she seeks cover in a motel far away from civilization. Not a good idea. Number 3.
So you found out you're not a businessman after all.
Just a man.
An ancient race.
Once Upon a Time in the West is an epic spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. There is nothing about this ruthless revenge spaghetti western that isn't timelessly classic. Framed as a bloody story of revenge and vengeance, we witness how the West is being transformed by a greedy, shady business. When a landowner is killed in cold blood for his property, years go by and gunslinging henchmen come to find salvation and take what's theirs.
Nothing matters now, not the land, not the money, not the woman. I came here to see you. Because I know that now you'll tell me what you're after.
Number 2. Harakiri, directed by Masaki Kobayashi. With subtle storytelling and silent striking approach to loss and grief, Harakiri depicts the conflict between a samurai, Hanshiro Tsugumo, and the Ii clan, on whose property he wants to commit ritual suicide. Seen with skepticism and doubt, the clan elder tells him the story of the last samurai who made the request and how that ended. Will he still go through with it? Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Come out of that water at once!
Oh, you must be Baroness Schrader.
Here we are. You got me into your house. You give me a drink. You put on music. Now you start opening up your personal life to me and tell me your husband won't be home for hours.
So?
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Take the dirt, spread it on top so it won't make a pile, and then straight out. Ives here is a tunnel man, so he digs in front, pushes the dirt behind him, and I stash it behind me. Then we just burrow right through the dirt like a couple of moles. And then by dawn, we're under the wire, across the open space, into the woods, and gone.
Number 1.
Your spurs.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is an Italian epic spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. Arguably the best spaghetti western ever made, and defined by its cynical tone and the harsh atmosphere of the ruthless desert, this infinite classic sees the formation of an unlikely team on a great adventure. We follow 2 men on an uneasy alliance against a third in a race to find a fortune in gold buried in a remote cemetery.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.